Hello everyone, welcome to Lab 11. This is one of my favorite labs because we're doing surface analysis. So this is one of the most powerful tools in GIS environments, and the main theme for this lab is we will be using a digital elevation model for Chester County, Pennsylvania, and we will use that to create various surfaces and figure out the perfect place to build a house. So we will also be doing raster math, which is a lot of fun, and we will be using the reclassify tool. So a lot of spatial analyst toolset is going to work wonders here. I hope you enjoy today's lab. So the instructions are pretty straightforward. I've already created a new project and I have added my DEM here, and I'm going to change my base map as instructed to light gray canvas. And now we will be creating 3 raster maps and 1 contour map following these instructions. So let's go to analysis, tools, toolboxes, spatial analyst tools. Let's do surface. Let's expand that and let's start with aspect. So the instruction says here to just accept all defaults. So we're going to do that. So we're gonna do DM, and I'm just gonna name this aspect and hit run. So it's slow. Okay. There you go. This is for aspect. And now we will be doing contour. So DM, give it a name, contour. I think the contour interval is 20. Yep. And everything else is the same. So I'm going to hit run. And okay, it's taking some time to execute. Alright, there you go. If I zoom into the okay, just give me a second here. Let's go to contents. So yeah, if you just turn off the aspect and just have the contour in, this is gonna look really weird, but if you zoom in, it's going to look very familiar if you have used the contour maps before. So alright, moving on, let's go do hill shade. Oh, did I? What? I think I forgot to give this a name, the contour. So, oh, it's there. It should be good. Okay, let's wait for hillshade. Wonderful. And finally, let's do slope. So let's go back, let's do slope. Put raster is going to be TIFF. Slope, everything looks good, so let's hit run. Wonderful. Once that's done, we are going to use the reclassify tool now, which is going to help us create new rasters with the classes that we build. And it's going to have Boolean values, where one is indicates our criteria is being matched and 0 doesn't. So let's start with aspect. So let's go to tools and let's search for reclassify. And I'm going to use the spatial analyst one. And my input raster, let's start with aspect. For some reason, my contour is not showing up here. All right, so let's do classify, and let's do 3. Okay, let's wait for a while, and we want our aspect between 150 to 210. So what we can do is 149.99999 is going to be 0, and 150 to, I think it's 210 is going to be 1, and 210.00001 to whatever is going to be 0 again. And let's give this a name. I'm just going to do the class aspect. I'm going to hit run. Okay, let's check out our contents pane. As you can see, 0, it has 0 and 1, where 1 is the areas that are suitable to build a house, and 0 is not. So let's do the same for slope now. So let's do reclassify. Let's do slope. Let's classify to 2 values. Okay, so we want our slope to be less than 10. So it's going to be 0 to 10. It's going to be 1. And everything above and beyond that is going to be 0. Wonderful. So let's give it a name. It's going to be reclass slope. I'm going to hit run. It's going to take a while to execute this. Okay, that was fast. Next, we're going to do hill shade is greater than 150. So let's bring in hill shade, and we want it to be greater than 150. So let's do 2. All right, so it has to be greater than 150. So up to 149.999, this is going to be 0. And 150 to the endpoint, it's going to be 1. So give this a shade. I don't know if that's long. It's going to execute it again. All right, great. So I'm going to save all my work. Look at my contents pane. You're going to see all of these 3 rasters into 0, 1, 0, 1. And okay, so for contour, since contour is not a raster, we'll have to change that to from polyline to raster. So we're going to use that tool, and this is going to be our input features right here. So let's do analysis tools. Let's do polyline to rasters. All right. Thank goodness for the conversion tools. Those are really, really helpful. So contour, that's fine. Let's see if we have to change anything. So priority field is none. Cell size is 800. Type is maximum length. That's fine. But features is going to be contour layer. Value field is going to be contour. So that's the only thing we have to change, I think. Yes. And let's hit run. So it's going to rasterize all of our polyline features. That's inbuilt. This is really one of the cool things about GIS. All right. Now we're going to use the reclassify, and we're going to set the elevation between 320 to 460 to 1, and areas above 460 and below 320 is 0. So let's do like 3 of those. So I'll do a reclassify again. Spatial analyst. This is going to be contour polyline to raster. It's classified to 3. All right, so it's going to be 320 to 460. 320 to 460. So this is going to be 1, and we're going to change this to 319.99 and this to 460.00, 1 to whatever to 0 again. Okay, let's change that to contour and hit run. I can't believe we are nearing the end of the semester and we only have 1 lab left. So there's that, and if I go to my content pane, I'm going to, okay, let's break these down. So I'm gonna find, okay, interesting. So I'm gonna find all of our reclassified contour, hillshade, slope, and aspect. And the zeros and ones. We'll just symbolize them as we go, and we can actually uncheck all of the other stuffs because we don't need it. And all right, awesome. So I'm gonna save this, and so we can see that we have 4 suitability rasters, and now we're going to use the raster calculator to add all of those together. So this is how we do that. So let's go ahead, go to tools again, type in raster calculator, and I'm going to use this one, spatial analyst, and we're just going to add all of our 4 reclassified rasters. So plus okay, so for some reason it's not showing up. So I'm just going to erase everything. Okay, we have to double click it. I double clicked it, it didn't work. Okay, it did now. I don't know, that was weird. Okay, hillshade, and finally contour. And I'm gonna name this as reclass final. Because that's the one that we want. And this is going to add up all of our 4 reclassified rasters. So as you can see, so the area that's in orange, that's like our most suitable areas to build a house with all of the allocated criterias that were mentioned in our lab document, with so-and-so slopes, so-and-so aspects, right? And 0, like this color right here, like these areas are the least suitable. So this is a really powerful tool, and if you go out and become a GIS analyst, like after you graduate, these are the kind of projects that you will be dealing with. So yeah, this is how you classify or reclassify your rasters. This is a really interesting project, lab, and I think you can incorporate a lot of these concepts into your final project as well. So this is a suitability map, and we're gonna just go to this location and create a map. So under your map, go to this tab in your navigate that says go to XY. So this is gonna show your long and lat, this window, and we're just gonna have our longitude and our latitude in there. So copy, and same thing for our latitude. And let's hit enter. And I think they want a 30,000 scale. So is it 30,000? Yep. Okay. Oops. So this is the area you're looking at, and a lot of orange color here. So very suitable area, except for this little guy here. All right, wonderful. And now we're just gonna create a map. So let's do insert, new layout. Let's do a letter. Let's insert our map frame, just this. And all the stuffs that you normally do. So have your north arrow, scale bar, let's do this to like 1 mile, okay? Let's have your legend. So this is your final reclassified, and this is for like individual ones. This can be confusing, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of all these individual ones. All right, I'm gonna add in my title. I'm gonna do surface analysis for Chester County, Pennsylvania. Is it PA? I think it is. All right. And finally, I'm gonna give myself credits. Yeah, so it's important. Great, so this is how your map should look like, and this is your one of your deliverables. And the deliverables also ask for maps for each of the slope, aspect, hillshade. So yeah, this is one of your maps, and your other map should just have your hillshade for slope for this area here. So yeah, do that. It's pretty easy. And the Z factor is what we discussed in the last lab. And yeah, it's pretty easy stuff. It looks like you guys have to turn in like 4 maps and 3 write-ups. So it's pretty easy stuff. If you need help, reach out to me. Take care. I'll see you guys next week for our final lab. Just watch out for the last video, especially at the end. There's a surprise. So yeah, take care. I'll see you guys next week.